This is the new Canyon, everyone. He is playing with Chovy. He is playing with, I guess King is also playing a tank. He's playing with Pace. He knows his place, and it is playing Maokai for the second game in a row.
He is being a tree. You love to see it. Gen.G, a little bit more stock standard on the composition. Let's see how it goes. We hop into the Rift for game 3. Didn't stop them from taking a victory in game number 2. We'll see whether they can use that momentum to move towards a victory. Keen, his last game was on Udyr as, oh dearie me, that's a flash from Carrier. He's still on fire. Hail of Arrows comes down. Lots of flashes coming in. He's underneath this turret, and there is first blood for Paze. Chovy taking 1 billion damage. They will be able to secure it. So, sweet 400 gold going over to Paze. Going to be feeling very good about that.
Azir something.
Yeah.
As we're just 2v2 in mid now, I guess.
Yeah, seems to be the thing. It's an odd one. As we get Carrier to move on in here as well. Canyon is going to be fighting against Ona, who is a little bit outnumbered. As Lehens and Chovy moving on in. Scryer's Bloom show exactly what's going on. Ziggin and Zaggin is Ona trying to get himself safe, but it's just not going to work out. Knocked up and destroyed. Canyon going to be able to grab that one. That is going to be the second kill for Gen.G. I almost said first blood because, you know, Carrier dying at level 1 there, not to be expected. That is 2 early kills here for Gen.G.
And an attempt from T1. I don't know if it was trying to bait Gen.G into some early play that didn't work out, or if they felt that they had the man advantage because Carrier was there. I think Lehens was still on vision as Canyon. He's not done. Zeus.
He is a
tree tempo. Wait,
tree on a mission. You can't lightning rush out of that one as Keen is relatively low, but there is a big old fiery storm around that small lightning rat, and he's going to be taken down. 3 now for Gen.G.
Atlas, this is AD Cannon. He went lethal tempo and Berserker
yeah.
Greaves.
Oh, that's even better. Belveth doing her best to stay really far ahead in farm. That is what she's going to continue to do, as Carrier is going to get engaged on. Over the wall goes Canyon, and Carrier, I don't know whether he's getting out of this one. The ulti comes in, and Chovy says, thank you so much for our 4th one of the game. 1-0-2 on the Yone as well, as now even Gumayusi has to exit. Look at this gank squad. It's like Canyon and Lehens have been born to play with one another, you know, just roaming the Rift. Looking to lock people down.
They needed to synchronize. Okay, that's what the first 2 games were for.
It was calibration.
Calibration. Linking up, Atlas. That's what we were waiting for. And right now, Gen.G, 1k gold lead, looking quite good now. Of course, you know, by no means an unsurmountable lead. T1 still have a lot of tools available to them. Particularly, I think, when it comes to those mid-game skirmishes. But with Gen.G is the one pulling the trigger first, they actually see chain not fair. Like,
oh no, it's really
between Maokai, Varus, Yone, and Rakan, you're not playing the game.
And the amount of safety that they have with this Unbound Soul, you
Canyon
saw Chovy just walks forward and says, Oni, you're not going home. You're staying here. 4 versus 3. A magical journey is going to come on through. They're just leaving Gumayusi to die, and he will do so. Chains of Corruption come in. Ona gonna try and dash his way out. Has a Zag left, but it's the wrong direction still. He will be alive. Getting to work here. Zeus gonna move on down. Lehens has found a position here as they get a knock up onto Canyon. He's pretty tanky, but Ona now. Oh, he's given a magical journey. There it is. Canyon picks up that kill as Chovy's in trouble. Gets a shield, tries to get out, and he does. Oh my goodness. But the Kevins go to T1. And that is definitely a big deal. Ignore this if you're a T1 fan, because that means that it's going to be a very dangerous Varus on the bottom side of the map. But getting Kevin's control is certainly good.
So yeah, that's cool. But what happened with the magical journey is question number 1. I'm not so sure. And secondly, Paze is going to get a full turret, Atlas.
Yeah.
He's 20 CS, 2 kills. I don't even want to know how many plates up against his direct opponent.
My goodness, the full thing. Oh, okay. Well,
Riot would have been in a position where they are right now, or where T1 is right now, where it's looking kind of rough in the 3rd games. Chovy.
Bit of a knock up onto Chovy. He's going to return the favor in kind as he flashes on top of Ona, who goes stabby for a little while, and Carrier says, let's take a pause. That is going to come in. The curtains are called here by Gumayusi, but he's not finding too many of them. Keen turns up, and good night, Carrier. He's going to pay for his sins. Faker does find the Emperor's Divide. T1 are on the board. They figured it out, but Gumayusi is well and truly dead. And Ona, he gets away, but at what cost? Is Canyon...
It doesn't feel great, and normally you have like, but what if cannon? But this is 80 cannon.
Chains of Corruption. Stabby might need to be employed as Owner is just going to go down. That is the kill going over to Lehens, I believe, with a tick of Ignite. Just can't really get into his jungle, unfortunately.
Played.
And it's also like the composition from Gen.G doesn't open a lot of doors. As Lehens, speaking of which, is just going to look for Owner here. He is able to dish, dash, and dive away.
Nice.
As
wait.
Fate comes in. Nature's Grasp comes down as well as Faker does find the scoop onto Canyon, but he's not exactly the optimal target as Lehens is slinking away. Zeus finds it. With the last Q, the Shuriken will pick up Lehens there. So his first death of the game. Surprising, to be perfectly honest.
I'm pretty sure there is some bad things about to happen to the T1 members.
Yeah, Owner is just, he's flapping away. Yeah, he realizes that there's nothing he's really going to be able to do about this one. Faker is going to die. Pays now could be in trouble though, as the Tempered Fate not going to land on top of him, but that's Owner collecting the kill.
Hey?
That is a big old amount of gold for the shutdown as well. They are just going to clear out these traps, clear out these wards, try and make the map as dark as possible. I think getting towards a Baron, trying to take that one down, is going to be important here as Keen moving towards this bottom side. But the Baron damage isn't super high for Gen.G.
Oh. I'd argue it's low, in fact, because they don't have Keen, and even if they do, he's not building any of his Carrier.
Oh, Carrier could just be caught out here, and there he goes. Chovy collects it. Once again, just finding these pickoffs are Gen.G. Looks like they've gotten back off onto the front foot once again. As Gumayusi actually moving towards Lehens once again. That knockup not going to land. That's T1. Find some vision once again. And Keen, just in a side lane. Being frustrating.
Guma has definitely been on the receiving end of a lot of pain, has been focused down aggressively, and Kerry has, I think, been struggling the most on T1 together with Owner in this specific game as Keen finds Zeus.
But Carrier does have Magical Journey. Is going to get a stun down there as well, as Keen getting shot quite a few times, and there it is. Gumayusi going to lock that one down, and Keen is a little bit too far forward with none of the rest of his team anywhere near to provide any sort of support, some value for this Bard as well. That Magical Journey allowing the response time for T1 to be so much accelerated. Vision going to be cleared here as Ona looking to rotate around. Carrier has already dove over the top with these Hex Gates as in goes Lehens. He finds Gumayusi, who immediately explodes. Nature's Grasp to come down as well. This is a guaranteed Hex Tech Soul, and T1 do not want to be around to see it. They're going to vacate the area immediately. Beautiful turn there by Gen.G, and they are looking to now just move over to this Baron and look to lock that one down as well. 5v4 should mean they'll have enough control to grab that one for themselves, but looking for a reset first.
Big game.
Lehens is flashing in. There's the Tempered Fate. He just moves out of the way of it. Nicely done there to try and keep himself alive. Avoids the ulti from Chovy. He's dead, but he has avoided some stuff, and it looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, already getting started on it.
Levels up. He has Axiom Arc.
Yeah, I mean...
That's not a new item, but you wouldn't know it. TP coming in.
Yeah, let's see whether T1 can mount any sort of defense. As in goes Chovy, unbinds the soul, and says goodnight to the cannon. Faker clearing out vision where he can, but I don't think he's going to be able to swoop in and do anything here as the Belveth has a blast cone available, gets into the pit somehow. And what nails it? Okay. All right, Ona. Yes, you have the better smite button 100%. He's going to be able to secure that one for T1, and you can see a little fist bump there as well. We'll have to see how much it actually means for the outcome of the game, but if T1 stay alive in this, I think that moment had almost everything to do with it.
They're not letting go, Atlas. They're clinging onto the game. Absolutely.
All right, let's check it out. Let's check it out. So how did all that damage happen? So 3K, it just got down to 79 HP and smoked it. 79. So there you go. And you heard the shriek of the crowd here as well. That one gets taken down. Lehens is in a position on the map. It turns out that it was not a position that was very good for him to be in.
This game is going places, Atlas.
This game is going. That is absolutely true. Chovy is golden, and yeah, he's looking in a bit of trouble. Nature's Grasp to try and save him. Some flashes forward here as he gets a shield, but he is still going to go down, and Ona will possess him now. Looking for some knockups onto Canyon, and starting to unravel a little bit for Gen.G. Oh my, what? Oh, hello? Pays? It's a lot of damage.
Because they do have a somewhat unreasonable amount of control in this carrier.
Well,
I guess it's fine.
Yeah, Gen.G just going to run away from him. There's a chance of corruption, and he's dead.
Not fine.
No, he's not.
Take it back.
He is not fine, and Pays is gold, and then he is not. But the Elder is right here.
Okay, they're trying to set up a bait.
Oh,
they don't want to go, but they do!
There's the flash forward with the quickness. Chains of Corruption comes in, Tempered Fate to buy some space, but Ona is, very close to taking Lands with him, but he will go down. And now, Chovy diving on forward. Keen is a brick wall, but he cannot withstand it for too long, with Faker and Zeus having some deadly autos to come on in there. There's the ulti, the sweep comes in from Faker, and he finds the kill onto the Udyr. Lahens has turned up yet again, and Pays just does so much damage. My goodness, you blink and you lose him. As the Elder is getting very angry. Teleport to come forward as Gumayusi carrier. I don't think they're going to be able to do this by themselves. The rest of their team are dead. Chovy and Canyon.
That it?
Now looking to take this one down. Lahens and Pays hot on their heels. So it will be the Elder. Exodia on the table, 15 seconds until Baron. They are likely going to lose
30
this.
seconds.
The amount of siege potential is just absurd. You have Nature's Grasp available. It's so hard to engage onto Gen.G. See whether T1 can find any sort of way.
20 seconds.
Well, Ona down so incredibly low. And yeah, like you're talking about, it's all about the Elder. You engage onto that, and you just can't really do anything about it. As, a possible pickup onto Chovy has to flash away. Lance is going to be taken down. Zeus now with the ultimate ticking. He does fall down, but the Empress Divide comes in. Keen is just gigantic. It's very difficult to take him down as Canyon's going to be eviscerated. Pays does a lot of damage, but he needs a frontline, and T1 hold on. They are not able to protect their inner turret.
Faker's pushing by himself, though.
Yeah, trying to pick up some more bounties.
They need a buff. They can't alone deal with this.
All right, Tempered Fate is going to stop the teleport. That means the Faker is able to take down the inner turret. He could look for even more here. As the mini Kevins making their way in, Faker is just going to destroy
the Lich Bane!
He's had the Lich Bane this whole time. It's been there in his inventory. And the Udyr makes it back, but Faker is long gone.
Harry has the flash.
Well, this Elder is dead.
It's just gone.
It's really gone. Oh my god, that was so scary. That was so scary. Okay, Emperor's Divide coming on in here as Chovy gets over the wall. Faker does go into his Zhonya's, but look at even the hail of arrows tearing them apart.
No!
Faker, he gets eaten by the dragon. As now Keen and Zeus fighting, but Zeus is actually winning out on this one. Yet you can have your Elder buff.
They didn't match Zeus. They can't actually do anything. So Faker's dead. So the main wave clear is gone. So they're going to try and push through mid. Lahens is going to try and stop the backs, but he can't walk in because he can also very easily die to either Cannon or Bel'Veth. There's no Baron buff, mind you, so Gen.G needs to start an actual fight or poke T1 down. They do have Hextech Soul plus Elder buff. Second Elder buff.
Yeah. They don't have Baron just yet. They can back away and get that if they really want to add to it. But Ona could be caught out of position. Pays with his 1,000,000 items. Raining down the arrows. In goes Lahens once again. There's the Wombo combo. They've taken down the Bel'Veth as well, and I think this is the last gasp for T1. The last one's going to be an ultimate landing from Pays, which is a pretty beautiful way to end it here, as the last Nexus turret will go down and the Nexus will follow. Gen.G, after having so much control all game, it was an extraordinarily long one, but they got there in the end. Being able to take down T1.
I was
already off to a great start as Pays